𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗄𝗆 giving us a little bit of a mix today. I see the S&P is moving up, which is good stuff for us. We had such a nice rejection on that Dixie. It was just what we were looking for. And now we're getting a little bit of a move here on BTC currently. So today, guys, I'm currently in a Sol long. I've just opened it maybe about 10 minutes ago. It looked like a nice region for me. I'm going to take you through that just now. I'm tracking TRB right now, maybe another move coming on TRB. I'm going to take you through that. I'm not in a position yet. We must just keep our eyes on it throughout the session. We're going to take a look. I've got BTC levels that I'm watching for any pullbacks and things like that leading into CPI. Then I've got Bruce and Dave with me. Bruce is going to take you through an Aptos setup, an UNFI setup. He's got IMX. David's got DYDX and Spell for you, and he's also in an arbitrary position. So he's going to take you through that shortly. Let's jump into this Bitcoin situation. But oh, guys, I see we had an XTZ pump. There was some Manchester United news or something there with XTZ, and what did it do? It pumped straight into resistance, pulled back down, and believe it or not, it's bouncing on a 50-day MA and a 618. So I'm going to take you guys through that one shortly. Let's get stuck into BTC. Here we are, the BTC 4 hour, and once again we are unchanged really. If you disappeared for a week and came back, well, things pretty much look the same as they were. I'm still tracking BTC closely in this region now. So what I was trying to say earlier with regards to where I'm looking to buy BTC, well, the first area I'm watching for a move is this trend in 382. I think this is really important that we actually come here and visit this area for a bounce. This is something I'm looking forward to, or looking to, leading up to the CPI. What I would love to see though, guys, is a little fake out lower. I want to see this little wick down, so everyone's getting bearish, we're losing the support, the shorts are opening, everyone's panicking, and I want to see this little push down, and then some decent maybe CPI numbers come out and things are all right, and then we get a nice little push, and then we get that momentum in these altcoins. So my game plan here and what I'm looking for is a little wick below this 27 level, maybe just a touch into 26.9. And I like this 26.9 level, guys. I've got a Lux Algo order block hanging around here as well for extra support for us. So something I'm definitely watching. So if they're going to bleed us out leading into CPI, I want to see this come down, dip into this area, and then just give us that little fake out down there. And, maybe it's going to happen on the session on Thursday when the CPI comes out. So, yeah, let's take a look then. BTC 15 minutes. I'm watching this range for you guys during the session. You can see we had this nice little dump, and BTC rejected not once but twice on the 618. Guys, the story with the BTC, these alts, and the 618. So here we are again, another rejection. We did print a higher low here, which is interesting. So I am tracking that today. So let's see how this plays out. Areas I'm watching now, 27,700 for a move higher. And then we've got this big area here, this 28,060. So this massive area, guys, just a reminder, 200-day MA, 200-week MA, and loads of horizontal stuff happening here. So yeah, eyes on that. If we get upside, this is a rejection area I'm watching, and then we can start looking higher. But for now, for the current next hour or two, this is what I'm watching on BTC. Dominance was also quite nice for us. We started getting a little bit of a rejection here, but now I see BTC's turned green again, and dominance is now starting to push. So this is the 12-hour dominance chart. Remember, we are watching this 200-week MA. Ideally, to unleash these alts, we want to see this dominance just come down a little bit so these alts can just do their thing off their areas. With regards to the S&P, well, green again. Just shrugging off all this bad news and world events and just pushing on through. So right now I'm tracking this gap still. I'm looking at the 50-day MA over here and this gap. We want to see what happens when this gap gets filled. So 4.4 is the target at the moment, and the lower region is 4.371. So these are areas to watch now in the next day or two. Right, guys, so many altcoins, so many things. Let me take you through the Solana situation, because this one was interesting to me. We've been tracking the Sol flag for a hell of a long time on these sessions. You could see what we were doing. We were looking for this up, down, and I still think we can get this move higher in Solana as long as BTC just behaves a little bit. We saw it dipping down, and I actually wanted it lower, but it reversed quite quickly, and here we are now with Sol. So I'm watching this area. You're going to see throughout the session now today, we got so many alts sitting on these important areas. So if BTC does drop and stops at around this 27, 26.9, we might see a situation where that dominance drops and these alts hold these regions. But if dominance wants to pump and BTC starts dropping, well, then these alts are going to go lower, and then we're going to start looking at levels like this over here for Sol at 20.2. So right now I'm eyeing out a potential short-term move, nothing serious. Next major level, if we lose this area, 20.2 for Sol. I do have the 200-day MA coming through here. I do have the 50-day MA coming through here at 20.4. So these are notable areas if we start dipping lower. Okay, let's look at this TRB situation. So remember last week we actually had such a banger on TRB. Look at this massive move it gave us in the end. I eventually TP'd somewhere down here. I was a little bit early, and it still went for more. But is it going to give us another chance now? Well, let's take a look. You know, we're gonna watch this trend. This is the 1 hour on TRB. I'm watching these two lows here. You know, we might have a situation like that now where it wants to go a little bit higher. So I'm watching TRB very closely here. If we do push up and we get a little rejection, we might get a little entry here at say 48, that sort of region. So watch, we'll track it for you guys as well, but just keep it on your watch list there if we do get sidetracked with a couple of other things, guys. And then games for a living, GFAL. Rodolfo, one of our big supporters here on Banter, mentioned I think today that there's a massive unlock coming, so we need to take a look at this chart and see how it's going to affect things. Rodolfo, if you are in the chats there, won't you just drop your Twitter handle there so people can follow you? I believe you're going to post some of that info there for them as well. So yeah, looking forward to that, Rodolfo. Thanks. Right, let's get some of the guys in here. Well, we got two today. We got Bruce, the legend.
Hola.
I want to see if I can give you a round of applause. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm pushing the round of applause button. Dave is here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm hitting this button. How's it, guys? How was that dump yesterday? Nice, hey? Hit a few stops. Wasn't very fun.
Yeah,
were you guys in anything?
Yeah, I was in some longs.
Go.
Yeah, I was in some longs. Made a post on the Discord that the shorts are in play. It's nice to see those play out, but right now, just being cautious with the whole war situation.
Yeah, things are tricky right now. I mean, I don't have high conviction right now for too much, especially, you know, things are so reactive to the news right now, and CPI Thursday could be a little bit of added spice for us. I mean, I'm really interested to see going into CPI. I would love to see like a dump. I would love to see BTC bleeding down into the CPI, and then that news comes out and we fire it up. So that's my dream situation. I think if we pump into CPI, I think we're going to have to look for shorts really at resistance zones. So, you know, we need to watch that. Devin says no more dad jokes, Bruce. Come on. We love dad jokes. I mean, we dads, right? We need to make these. Otherwise, they just wasted on our kids.
What's your problem?
Have you guys seen Rodolfo in the chat? We must look at this GFAL situation. It sounds like a massive unlock coming as well, guys. Okay, I haven't seen him in the chat yet. Okay, I'm sure he's going to be here just now. Okay, so let's shall we go through some more of these altcoins in the meantime? You guys have got yours ready as well, so I've got a select amount or select group of coins. Let's start with STMX, because that was a short that we called. I didn't get it though. I didn't take it, to be fair, but we did call it. I took the first one, which we missed. The second one, I mean, this was just dreamy, wasn't it? We hit that Lux Algo order block, bang, 618.
Nice, yeah.
Guys, yeah, you know, and guys, sometimes you have to take a trade once or twice and get stopped out before you nail it, and then that's when you make the money. And yeah, so our first attempt at STMX on that original trend was where was it? Over here, down there, I think it was, and then I got stopped out, sort of moving into this region here. It was 0.068. Anyway,
isn't it sitting right in an order block right now?
So let's take a look. This is 4 hour, yeah, so a little bit more. So I'm looking for 0.006. This is the 4 hour.
Okay.
It might be reversal time coming. You know, it does seem to be getting some kind of support here, but if I'm looking at this trend and I'm looking at the order block, I'd love to just see that, really, because we got the 50-day MA here as well.
Got it.
So yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more patient on STMX, but yeah, I do like. I mean, this did play out really nicely. So just a little bit more time. Rodolfo says 17.6% of the token are getting unlocked on GFAL, guys. So that could be some heavy selling coming up that we need to to take a look at. Guys, let's recap some of these from Friday. So we did get some really nice bounces on some of these. Some of them weren't great though. LINA gave me 5.3 to the top. It was okay. We didn't hit the 382 though. So that was a bit of a letdown, and then we've dropped to lower levels. So things we need to watch for now, guys, any green stuff that we get on things like LINA, for example, is pushing into resistance. We need to understand now this is a resistance area to watch, and we just need to tread with caution here. So if you want to be long things like LINA, you need to wait till it's sitting on support rather than buying into areas like this where it's not exactly open air above. We're banging straight into a resistance area. So just keep your eyes on LINA for now. I have put an alarm in the Discord, guys, 0.009. There's an alarm waiting, and this is quite a big area down here for our next level. So if we do get some kind of meltdown, this is my first stop for LINA.
Yeah, I think you mentioned an exchange unlisted them or delisted LINA.
Yes. I think it was Upbit or one of those, yeah. So that's why they were selling into that news. And then we did get a little bounce, but it wasn't enough. Lost the level. So this is where we are now. Guys, this is Maple from earlier. We called this on Sheldon Show a couple of weeks ago. Really low. And I mean, other than Gate, I'm not sure where you even buy this thing, but this is just a notable for us to chat about. We had this inverse head and shoulders here that you can see forming. So what I want to see here from Maple, for those of you that are into these, I think it's a DeFi actually, you want to look at this region here being support. So you want to see 6 hold now. We want this area to hold, and then we want to just send it a little bit higher here to 7. So that's my target there. Pullbacks 200-day MA is something to watch at 5.6. And then we've got this old 382. This won't be valid anymore, but we do have the support here at 5.3 to watch. So, but right now, yeah, I'm interested in Maple. As long as it's holding 6, it could be a nice one to get hold of. Shab says, what about Render? Yeah, I've got a Render chart here for you guys. Here's Render. Look at this thing. Beast. So 382, guys. Little wick down. What do they love to do? They love a little fake out, freak us out. That's what I'm saying about this Bitcoin thing. I want to see Bitcoin fake out under those levels and then just reverse quickly for us. And that'll be a dream setup, really. So Render, yeah, I mean, reclaim the 382 on its way. This is the 200-day MA, guys. So just be careful here. This is resistance. And then remember the 618 that we called. We called this little short into the 618, little fake out, dip back down, and now it's on its way back. So let's keep our eye on this high, this 1.91. as a potential resistance zone or rejection area. And then we've also got this 200-day MA at 1.8, call it 1.82. So Shads, what about a Render short from 1.82? Yeah, I mean, we need things to tie up, Shab. So what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing this high, so we could easily test this high at 1.9. I'm seeing the 618. We can easily test this at 1.864, and we have the 200-day. So yeah, track it if you're looking for shorts and you believe this is a strong resistance zone, and yeah, if it's a setup that you like, you need to be aware of these areas that we are watching. So let's highlight that for you. 1.899, that's a region. 200-day, that's a region, and then the 618. So these are your areas. We could very easily just see this and just roll over, okay, and come back to this area. It is very possible that we get something like that. So yeah, keep your eyes on that. Eyes on BTC. You could see this play out quite nicely. Crypto Nothing says flux breaking trend. Lazio says Atom. Yeah, Atom, pump straight into rejection on trend. Yeah, that was ridiculous movement there, Tyler. We're going to deal with Atom. I did have it for you. Let's hit Atom right now, actually. Look at this thing. Did you guys see this at all?
Yeah. What was that up with that candle?
Guys, I mean, you know, it's very risky stuff, guys. But you know, if you go to bed one day and you set a little limit order on a 786 or a 618, you can wake up very rich. I mean, look at the size of this move from Atom.
Yeah.
Hits the 786 and horizontal. Okay, 11.9% move, one go, and back down all the way, trying to get support here at 6.8. So, guys, these charts are in the Banter Discord, Crypto Banter Hub, Banter Discord. The stuff's there. These levels are there. So just use it for reference, guys. They are there every day. We're all doing this work for you. So check it out. Nice little move from Atom, but you know, rejection. I don't want to say it's obvious, because if somebody had to ask me where would Atom reject, I would have looked much lower. I wouldn't have expected that pump, even though it did reject off trend. Let's look where, yeah. So the most realistic area for me for Atom to reject would have been here, and you guys can see why. It's 382, the 50-day MA, and you can see it's a nice horizontal resistance area. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a freak accident that it shot all the way up. It's quite hard to time that. But yeah, 786, love this reaction, love this resistance here at 7. But now we want to see this hold. We want to see 6.8 hold, and then we can maybe start tracking up. So let's see if BTC starts turning around, what we're going to get from it. I'd like to see that hold. If not, guys, you know the story. They love to retest these lows always. So that is on the table. So again, we're going to watch BTC leading into CPI. If we start dipping, we're going to try and target these zones. Led says AVAX broke out of support trend on the 4-hour. Okay, we're going to look at that. RUNE, lost trend. We had all that FUD last week. There was a guy in the chat, I think it was Nick. He called this so nicely. There was so much FUD on RUNE, guys, and sent it all the way down. Nice support area here, 1.6, and nice little mini bounce. But guess where it's rejecting? 50-day MA, right? Okay.
Yep.
So eyes on this region, guys. This 50-day MA, you've got to get on your charts. So what's a possible play for me on RUNE here? It'll move lower, and then maybe we get something out of it. So I just want to see how the next 2 days play out. Really, we need to be a little bit patient here.
Yeah.
Link also a big area. I mean, there's so many good areas here, guys, and then we've got some that have lost these trends that are pushing up. Bruce, you were saying earlier you did like Link.
Yeah, well, Link just came right to a horizontal level that looked pretty solid, that it's tested a couple times, and it's sitting right on it right now. The issue is that you've got the 200-day, the 50-day moving average right below it, and yeah.
So interesting. It's like on Link.
You say again?
I mean, we've got an order block here.
Yep.
We've got a 382, and we've got trend. Okay, not the worst looking setup I've ever seen. Okay, then we have geez, I love this area down here. Wow.
Yep.
Okay, so 6.7, guys, like that's an area. Wow, if we get that 6.7, I love that. 50-day MA, 200-day MA, 618.
Oh yeah.
Order block. Okay, so Link is in a potential bounce area right now.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst setup, guys. Trend, possible move higher. Order block 382. So something to watch for you for Link.
The only thing I would be hesitant on Link is it's very correlated to Bitcoin, and if the market decides it's going to have a bad day, then Link will tank with it, and that actually might be good. I mean, I'd love to take a long way here. Normally I would, but just I'm watching the news and watching how pessimistic everything is. So if Link does tank, I'll bet you it does come right to that 50-day moving average and bounce from there, and that'd be a much better setup.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, there's a Banter Discord alarm here for you at 6.75. So if we do get that move, make sure you're ready, because that's a very nice looking area. And then one more lower is this horizontal here. We can take note of.
Yep.
I wonder if there's a 786 in this thing. A little bit lower. Okay, look, my preferred area is still 6.72, 6.73. T-Rad says CRV on the 618. Okay, we're going to take a look at that as well. Guys, I got so much stuff for you. We actually need to figure out how to get more charts from you guys instead of me flying through. I mean, I'm about to show you 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗕, but who even wants to see 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗕? You know, if it's interesting to you, I'll show you. So guys, let us know in the chats. I'm seeing INJ, I'm seeing Flux, I'm seeing AVAX, Atom we've done. Yeah, Rodolfo says up at delisted LINA. I see that. Okay, BNX. Okay, we're going to get some of those. Okay, let's get, Bruce has got a couple of nice setups here. APT, IMX, UNFI. Anything ready to go now, Bruce, that you can...
Yeah, and they're kind of very similar to Chainlink. First, let me do TOMO so everyone goes that I've done my job. To me, TOMO is still just mid-range. I think I've said the same thing now for a week. But to me, it's ready to wedge, but up or down, honest to gosh, I just couldn't tell you right now. So personally, hands off TOMO until it decides it's one to bounce up the top or bounce up the bottom of the range. WorldCoin, our puppy over here, came right back to support, and it's really strong support here that it seems to be holding. This could make for a really nice long from here. Let me zoom in so you can see it. It's right at the 786, just above it. But if this holds and it does decide to pump, and the thing about WorldCoin is that it's not dependent on Bitcoin, but we're talking about a 15% pump to the top of the range again if it decides to catch fire. So this is one I'm watching really carefully, and we'll probably, let me fix this a little bit. Probably I'll take, if it comes down just a little bit lower, I'll probably take a small little position in it just to test and see what it does. UNFI is kind of already, oh wow, all right, I take back what I said. I was right here, and that candle printed while we were talking. So UNFI seems to have taken off already. I wouldn't chase it. If it comes back down to the support area, you could look at it, or if price Becker, where'd it go? There we go. If price,
your trend there. It's a nice looking trend as well. There.
Yeah, it really is. If it breaks above it, test it, you'd get a pretty decent entrance. Right now, it's pumped. You'd be chasing it. Your stop loss would have to be under here, which would be way too big in my mind. Yeah, that'd be 3.5%. So keep your eyes on it. I'll put this one up with an alarm for if it breaks above that trend line. Keep an eye that it'll bump right into the 50-day moving average if it bumps. Actually, that might be the setup we want. Excuse me. Hold on a sec. With that right there, what I would love to see now is watch. This is going to continue. Watch you see this bump, bang, enter long, right there.
Beautiful.
That to me be good. Assuming this is going to be bullish.
Faster than slow says, how am I supposed to see your charts? They're fuzzy, guys. Check your settings on YouTube.
Yeah.
It should, some of the automatic settings on YouTube, guys, set you at like 360 graphics. So please check that first. Maybe just set a higher definition.
Cool.
Yeah,
I did that this morning. Actually, I was watching a show. I was watching Rand's show, and it was fuzzy, and I simply remembered to turn it to 1080p, and all of a sudden it was clear. So sorry about that, guys. So UNFI is definitely interesting. I have been, like Dylan showed you earlier, I'm definitely keeping an eye on Link, because this looks like you get ready to pump if Bitcoin decides to pump. And the other one I'm keeping an eye on right now is Aptos. Aptos has also kind of lost this level. Right, this trend line's getting all messed up because of kind of the machinations, but it had this level that it was consolidating at. It lost it, and it came down to this really solid level right there. So this might be ready for a pump. From here, probably up to there, would be about a 9% pump. Let's move that out. And that would be definitely with a 50 MA right over there. That would definitely be resistance. It broke, basically invalidated all the trend lines, so we should get rid of them. But this is definitely something I'm going to watch from down here. I'm not quite ready to do it. I want to watch it for a bit. Aptos is also correlated highly to Bitcoin. So my number one indicator for this will be Bitcoin. And that's the basic stuff I got right now.
Cool. Thanks, Bruce. Gabe, we've already done STMX. Just go back 5 or 10 minutes. We went through it. There was an order block a little bit lower down, so we watched in that area. Guys, I've been building a list of coins that you've given me in the chat. So yeah, I'm going to start working through these coins while David is taking you through some of his stuff. I've got Flux, Super, PYR, Loom, INJ, ADA, Stacks, 𝗕𝗵𝘁𝗀𝗕𝗏, HBAR, FDM, VET, LIDO, 𝗬𝗏. So much going on here. Okay. Dave, do you want to take Bruce, can you look at Flux and Super for me?
Flux and Super, you got it.
Thanks. I'm going to start building the rest here. Cool, guys. Coming up, Dave, what do you got? Tell us about this Arbitrum position you're in.
Cool. So before I go into Arbitrum, guys, I just want to give you my analysis on Bitcoin. We just bounced off the Keltner channel on the 15 minutes. I'm kind of leaning more towards an upside move right now, just because majority of people are bearish with the news, and US Session likes to play these games. I'm sure they're going to send it up. But this area here at 29,100 to 29,400, there's a lot of liquidity here. And it's not going to take us too much to get there, I don't think. We've been ranging, so I'd like to see that move up. However, if we are to see a move down, I have a level here marked out at 26,900. Looking for a swing failure pattern there. Something basically like this. But keep in mind that 26,200, kind of this lower region, 26,500, that's where the liquidity is. So with that being said, Arbitrum, I was paying attention to the dip that occurred, right? Bitcoin sneezed, what was it, 1%, 1.5%, and tokens like Gala took a 6%, 7% dip. But tokens like Arbitrum weren't really too affected. You could already see that it gained a percentage since the Asia session. So to me, this is looking bullish. I kind of drew a trend, and you can see here on the 8-hour that there's an order block, pretty heavy order block between 79 cents and 81 cents. So I've just been staring at this thing. I feel pretty confident, and with my bias leaning more towards the upside right now, I see Arbitrum having this upside move at least to this order block here, or the 618 region at 86 to 88. But my target's a lot higher than that. You can see a heavier order block here between 95 to 98 on the higher time frame. So that's Arbitrum. I was looking at Solana. That looked pretty nice. I know you guys already talked about that. Injective actually looks pretty good right now. Just kind of zooming out here. Got this uptrend, and it's reacting off the 382 right now. So a couple things going on for it. I am considering entering that injective long here on the live with you guys. And then another good one is DYDX. You can see this uptrend. We got the sniper zone region tying in with an order block here. So again, with if Bitcoin has this potential bounce right now, I think DYDX is a good entry here. And then Spell seems to be holding itself pretty well. Kind of hanging in there. We'll see. Still hovering around the sniper region like a magnet, and the support in the support region here. So stops are pretty good still. If you guys want to enter this trade, 2.4 to 2.22% stop loss. It's probably better right here. You can see this wick that occurred on the 12th of September. So maybe a little bit below that, which, maybe a stop at 44.94 would be good. 3% breathing room. But you can see we got some blocks here that I think it's not going to take too much to tap these order blocks, which gives us, you know, a simple 10% move here. So it's kind of rounding out. I know Bruce kind of showed something like this on Maker last Friday, but you know, it's kind of looking rounded here.
Yep.
We'll see. With that being said, I am looking at Gala. You know, this is, you know, it's a game. It's like a game to me. How low can we go on this thing? I mean,
well, can't go much lower. I mean, we pretty much hit rock bottom on Gala before we start hitting the zero.
So, I got a round trip here, but we were on. It was on the news. Like, why would they promote something on the news if it wasn't good? And then I also was doing some research last night, and apparently, you know, this guy came up with a video 10 days ago. There's an actual game that's live on Gala, so maybe that's the reason why it had pumped. And if that is true, and Gala's here around to stay, this actually might be the bottom here. Just depends on what Bitcoin's going to do. I got my eyes on it. You know, I love Gala, and I hope it pumps here, but we're trading the charts. And if you guys want to take a long on Gala from where it is now, I would say 5x leverage and stop below where it's never reached before. 0.1287.
I mean, but beyond that area, guys, there's it's like price discovery to zero regardless. So I mean, it could be a fun ride down, but it just looks like a bounce area here. If they do sort their stuff out, it sounds like stuff's happening there. And again, you know, Gala looks like so many alts sitting on support, waiting for BTC to decide what's going to happen next, watching dominance. So they've all pretty much done the same thing. You know, it's basically pick your favorite runner here if you think the market's gonna reverse.
Yeah, and then the last one, I've been having fun with Loom, watching it. I took a trade this weekend. I know Dylan and I got some long action on it, but I think it's looking a little tired from what I'm sensing here. And you can see from the bottom of this, you know, to the breakout, it's been kind of ranging between the 236 and the 382. I am feeling like an extra pump here on Loom, at which point I'll probably start building a short. So yeah, I mean, that's just really what I've been doing, is setting alerts on areas that it's never reached before, and then just waiting for the reaction. So this token here, if you guys want to play it, again, it's high risk. I would recommend, you know, 3 to 5x leverage max, but in my opinion, this is looking pretty toppy. I didn't post anything in Discord about the trades I took on Loom this weekend, just because it's the weekend and it's pretty dangerous. But the cool thing about Loom is it's respecting Fibonacci levels and trends. And like I said, right now I'm looking for a short, so maybe I'll post about it if I see the move. So
yeah, it was a nice move this weekend as well. It was a good move. I was waiting for Spell as well, but that didn't help. Spell didn't help my cause. I was waiting for some magic there.
Yes.
And then yesterday came back and just stopped me on a couple of things. It was very annoying, that move. It happened so quickly.
Yeah. But you know, for now, guys, like I said, the times right now is kind of uncertain. So just be careful, set your stops, be cautious, and
and you don't need massive size. You know, if you're unsure but you like an area, you can start with a small size. If things start picking up momentum, you can always add. You know, if you're buying these lows at these regions and it starts moving, you can always add on the break of trend, and you can increase your size quite quickly. So you don't have to go full size immediately, you know, on a trade. If you want to just test the waters and see what's going on, just go small size, low leverage, let it start moving, and then play it accordingly.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what I got here for now, guys.
Okay, nice, Dave. Okay, guys, so I've got in front of me CFX, Maker, CAS, ADA, HBAR, PYR, STX. Okay, so I've got a nice selection for you guys. Let's see what we got. Okay, this is stacks. So I did this briefly on Sheldon's show earlier today, And guys, remember, BTC turns bullish. You've got to get involved with Stacks. And I'm telling you, but I'm also telling myself because I keep forgetting. So Stacks is in my watch list now and paying attention closely. Just to recap on Stacks, what happened? Well, when we had this pullback, look what it landed on. It was so perfect. 50-day MA, 382, horizontal. And there was also an order block here. There was a Lux Algo order block, 0.047 region. So it was just, there were so many reasons that we were going to get a bounce here. It was almost, the chart was screaming at us that a bounce was coming. So when you see these things start adding up, if you got 3 things, it's generally a good guide. If you got 4 or 5 reasons for a bounce, well, balance of probabilities is telling you that, you know, maybe you should be looking at this thing. So yeah, perfect move here for Stacks. Now we're just tracking this. We're tracking this trend, guys. So let's see if you really dialed in and zooming in. I know some of the guys were trying to trade Stacks in this time frame here on like 5 or 15 minutes. Not really my thing. I would wait for it to, you know, break out, retest, do that sort of thing, or give us this little pullback into the zone again. We can look at it again maybe and see what happens when we get back up to that trend. So right now there's no setup here for me for Stacks now other than 0.0477. That's an area of interest as support. Okay, PYR, yeah, slow bleeder this one. Finally at these lows. Look at the chart. This is insane. I mean, this is the daily from July 22, guys. So if you were ever going to get a strong area, it's going to be down here. So, you know, I would say DCA zone, 100% we are in the DCA area, unless there's fundamentally something wrong with this business or Vulcan Forged or whatever. You know, if you look around and they've got active partnerships, active games, things like that happening, this is more than likely an excellent buy area. And if you play the range,
this is one of the ones that Hustle talks very strongly about as a good, solid, fundamental token. The studio.
And if you want to play the range game, it's 67% to the range high. Okay, so I mean, this could be an excellent spot setup. I don't even know where you'd be able to trade this leverage. I've never really traded it on leverage, but you can see what's going on here, guys. This is a massive range. Play the range until it breaks. Eventually, it will break. Which way, we don't know. It might break out that way. Might also break out this way, but use the information in front of you, use the supports that you can see where it's bouncing. So that area is interesting down here. There's 2.79, 2.8, anything into this band, 2.69. You know, even maybe you want to ladder some potential entries there. But yeah, I like this massive range. Vintage wants to short XTZ. We're going to take a look at it now, Matt. Yes, we will. We must always trust the science. Rodolfo loves PYR. Guys, Rodolfo is a really good researcher. And if he says he likes PYR, guys, well, there you go. Yeah. He knows his stuff. Shab says 1/3 in a render short. Nice. Good luck. Let's see. Phantom DCA zone. Okay, let me finish the charts I committed to. So PYR, here's H-bar. So we've actually seen this on H-bar before. I remember going through H-bar when it looked very similar to that. And I was saying, let's look at this area and what did it do? It actually went down. So, guys, this is the type of thing where you don't want to rush into it. You want to see how it behaves at this trend. You can see it's trying to bottom out here. It's trying to get something going. Let's look out for resistance here. Okay, we've got this horizontal. We've also got the 50-day MA, and you know what I like to see when these things pop. We reject at a nice strong area, we retest, and then we go. So if it does pop out, you haven't necessarily lost the move. Look for that little rejection. But yeah, H-bar, track this. Support right now, 0.0454. It's a nice area, you know. Something going on here. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if it breaks this trend and starts moving up. Again, there's no rush. There's no rush here. You can let it play out for another day or two. Just keep it on your watch list. Track that trend. If we do drop lower, your bounce area is probably going to be in this region. So if we do drop lower, we might see something like that. Trend will come across there, and then you can still do the same game, just a little bit lower. So there's no rush here on H-bar. Luba says she's holding a bag of PYR. Well, that's lovely. Okay, let's see ADA dropping into a 4-hour. This is ADA 4-hour, guys. Jeez, ADA looks shit again. Look at this thing. Coming back down, massive area down here, guys. This is a big area for ADA. Wow, 23, 0.24, the sort of region over there. I would say let's see the reaction we get here. Let's see what happens here. Again, there's no rush here. This was such a sharp move down. Just let it consolidate. Let's see what happens. We get a little break maybe. But yeah, definitely 0.248. Watch this region. Should get something here. If not, I mean, we've got this massive range here. Easily can come down here and you can do the same game again. Eyes on dominance, eyes on BTC. Let's go vet. Fahad wanted vet. Okay, see what we got here. See, we had a little breakout, pushed up, breakout, retest, picked up, and then just reversed. Lovely. Fahad, I like this support. You can see it's bounced off here. The 618 came into play again. We've got 0.0161. That was nice. Trend wise, well, you can pull this trend over here. Take a look at that. Yeah, look, there's no immediate play here. I like this down here, that move. Nice horizontals. Let's see what we got from 𝗏𝗏𝗕𝗏𝗏. Guys, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, you see we use this all the time. This is not the free one. This is the paid product, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. There's a link in the description. It's 30% discount. Link in the description. If you like what you see with this 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 stuff, grab it. You see how we use it all the time for Confluence. We add it to what we're doing. We look for things like order blocks to support fibs, to support horizontals, to support trends. We use the clouds. You've seen this tons of times. I'm going to pull one of these up for you just now, hopefully, but you can see VET has dipped into this cloud, but it's still printing a short. So, you know, that's telling me we might see a little bit more downside. I'm watching this the short that's been printed on 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. So let's see how we go with VET. Support area to watch. Fahad, 50-day MA and this order block is here. It's quite a thick order block. They want to take us all the way down here. So look, I would say 618 is my main region, 0.01612. Maybe a reaction here at the 50-day MA if this move is going to continue. So you might see just something like that. And then you've got to pay attention up here, what happens in this region. But yeah, I'd want a clean break. I wouldn't want to be long here. I'd want to be long from lower down, or I'd want to be long from a retest. So let it break out, retest, then look for a long. This is sort of too mid-rangey for what I'm looking for. Okay, ADA stacks I've done. Injective Dave did. VET we've done. HBAR we've done. CFX, PYR we've done. Bruce, you've got 2 for us.
I've got super.
Okay, I've got a couple of more. I'm sure they're bored of hearing my voice. Bruce, give me some of your action there.
Sure.
You were doing and what was the other one you had?
So Flux and Super.
Yeah.
Both are very interestingly similar. This is right there is Flux's all-time low, and it lost it. In the history of it's never been below that. And it lost it pretty dramatically, and then it's consolidated in this area below over there. It did break above the 50-day moving average, but this is, I don't know what the fundamentals are behind this, but I'm on the daily, by the way, but this is way below where it has ever been, which leaves me pretty pessimistic. Or if you're looking long-term, it's a great price. Depending on what you think Flux is going to go. In terms of actively trading it on the futures market, I don't see any particular entrance right now. It's just doing it's just doing this very slow grind up with minimal volume. It took a little pump and then it retreated So it just seems to be doing that right now. That's kind of all I see for it. I don't see any short-term trading. If you're a believer in Flux, it's at an amazing price, so you can pick it up cheap for DCA. On Super, it's actually worse because I don't know you guys. Because I was a big follower of Super for a long time, just to come back up to the daily. I was actually trading Super a lot over there, but here was its all-time low. Right? Let me zoom in just a bit so you can see it better. Again, here is its all-time low right there, and right now, you can just get right in here so you can see it. It lost it right now. That candle popped below its all-time low cleanly, and closed below it. So again, I don't know what's going on with the token, but the only again, if you're a believer in it, it's cheap, but it looks like it's kind of a falling knife right now into somewhere because there's no support or resistance down below. So wait for it to stabilize somewhere if you're a long-term investor. From a trading perspective, the only thing I would see right now is if it pumps back up and comes to the support area, right there, the 50-day moving average, it's likely to reject and short down. That's what
that doesn't look good.
No, it does not look good. It looks very pessimistic. So
Blackchain said Flux started at 3 cents. So I'm not sure what it is now, but
347. On my chart, on the chart I have, that's the low. It might go back further, but this chart goes all the way back to, hold on, May of 2022, so a year and a half. So it could have been lower.
BB says new lows coming for some alts. I do agree with. I think some of them are not going to survive. If we have another meltdown coming, it might be over for some of these projects.
You know, it's funny, when I was running internet companies back in late 90s, early 2000s, there were tens of thousands of these companies run by people with ponytails and free money from the investors. After the crash, most of them died. And out of that death,
what's wrong with ponytails?
Nothing wrong with ponytail. I had one. Hello. No, but I'm saying that basically the internet was filled with people with ponytail who could program 3 lines of BASIC. Investors would give $1 million to build something. Who cared if it made money or not? Which is a lot the way crypto has been. And out of that, and back then Amazon was a failing bookstore, and eBay, Meg Whitman was kind of a joke on the market. So much of that stuff died. No one envisioned that here we would be on StreamYard and YouTube and trading on TradingView and exchanges. None of that stuff existed. I kind of have a hunch that we're in that same phase in crypto where some stuff's got to die, and out of that death will rebirth the real long-term awesome stuff that we believe crypto can be. I think we're there.
Guys, I've got CFX hitting range lows here. Pretty cool.
Yep.
Do you want to see this thing?
Yeah, please.
I've traded CFX a couple of times and it was very rewarding, and now it's just been very boring lately. It's range that this is the 8-hour CFX, guys. So I think we were talking about this last week, but we lost this 50-day MA. It was hanging around, dumped. Okay, so what I'm looking at CFX, I would love to see this double bottom out here. I would just love to see something along these lines. Get a little buy-in down there. I mean, that would be fantastic. So that would be really cool. Look out for that. Not much left with regards to order blocks and things. Oh, yeah, on the 4-hour, there are a couple. Okay, that's a relief. So as far as I understand, the way Simon explains it so nicely, the thicker red band, and Matt, if you are still there, let us know. Thicker red band is actually more bullish for a bounce than a thicker green band if you're dropping into it. So Matt, let us know there in the chats if I am on the right track there. So this looks like an interesting area for CFX. Just a range play again, guys. They might have just been bleeding us out to this move. Let's see, 0.113 Could be nice. Could be a nice move. Size of this move, 22% potentially in play there. Matt says correct. Okay, yeah. So guys, we like that thicker red band at the bottom. We like the thicker green band at the top when we're looking for shorts. Evelyn says good perspective from Bruce. James wants TRB. We did do TRB. We were looking at it. Yeah, just eyes on TRB, guys. It could do what it did last Friday. That's why I'm watching it. It's interesting to me. You can see what happened on Friday. This thing ripped, and could be ready for another leg down. Let's see where some of the flips are. Yeah. Yeah, 618 is a little bit lower. Let's see. Hey guys, well there's some nice TRB information. Keep your eyes on this. Old resistance. Okay, support zone to watch, support zone to watch. So maybe another little move down. Maybe we get something there. Otherwise, you can cut. It's quite an easy exit. It's quite clear, I think. Play that area. Maybe something works out. Easy to get out. BU the full U says, "Come on, TRB." Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
This thing is coming again. Come again. Why not? Why can't I do it twice? Okay. Cass. Did I do Cass? Cass might be along here, guys.
By the way, Dylan, Loom had an 11% pump and then 7.5%. Well, I mean, I've been staring at it this whole time. Now it's going below the 618. Might touch the 786. Risky play here.
Before the show started, I was prepping this chart for you guys. Nice little support. I was going to show you, look, yeah, we're looking for a bounce. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, bounce. Okay, so this is, guys, this is, that's short country right there, actually. Where these order blocks? I think we got through on the 4 hour. Don't have anything. Is Loom quite a new? Oh wow. Okay, this is all-time high, guys.
Yeah.
Look, resistance area. I don't have much though. All I've got is a trend line. I don't have. I mean, we could call it a fake out. Don't have much supporting the move, but yeah, that looks pretty shorty there. Like that big sell. It looks like on the lower time frames.
Yeah, I'd like for it to come back up. I mean, that was just almost like no chance to enter that short. I was looking at the 1 minute candles. It was literally short-lived.
So maybe just another move up, eh? Something like that.
Yeah,
maybe
I think yeah.
Okay, eyes on that, guys. That is resistance. It looks like all-time high. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like that unless we go back. Maybe if this thing was around in like 2017 or something. No, that's all-time high. Okay, cool. Okay. UNFI on steroids, says Santosh. Loom has migrated from 2018. Okay. Doquan out this month might send Luna. Luna was like, oh, Luna was terrible, wasn't it?
PTSD.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Luna was a vibe, you know. I love that Luna in the ecosystem. Atom has just hit one of our key levels according to the Banter Discord alarms. So let's check out Atom. Okay, so this is Lido, guys. Let's just switch to Atom. Oh, how's this sell-off on Atom? Wow. Wow, how's that? Guys, let us know in the chats. Was there any particular news on Atom today? Look at that. Jeez.
Wow.
Okay. This is our support we want to watch. We want to see the support hold, guys. Let's see dominance. Dominance is pushing up, so that's not what we want. We don't want dominance up for these alts to hold. If dominance is going up, it's not going to be pretty, guys. Let's see, BTC coming back to our zone. Let's see. Okay, still watching it. We're still looking at these areas here. Let's see what happens. This is the 15-minute. Check S&P. S&P green. Not worried about anything with S&P. Okay, so Atom, this is our support area we want to watch. Next level, guys, 6.58. Jeez, I wonder what the story was today. Let us know in the chats, guys, if you got any information. And yes, we need to look at XDZ. Here's XDZ. Okay, so we had this news come out. I think it was Manchester United related or football or whatever the story was, the XDZ, and pumped. Where did it pump into? The highs, rejection.
Yep.
50-day MA 618, guys. So this is technically a buy zone. I haven't traded XDZ in over a year, I think. Yeah, if there's any juice in the tank here, this is your retest zone. You got horizontal, you got 618, you got 50-day MA. This is a break, retest of old support. You want to old resistance. You want to see it become support. Let's see if we got anything else here. Yeah, well, you can see the support lower down. And I mean, look at 𝗏𝗏𝗏. I mean, it's even trying to break 𝗏𝗏𝗏 here. It printed this signal. We haven't got the short yet. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this is a bounce area, guys. So if you bullish XDZ, this could be a nice one for you. I just don't like it when the news comes out and they sell off so quickly. Like you want to see that break, and you want to see it develop a nice little flag. Then you know that you're going to get that next move. You know, when you get that break and consolidation, then you can start teeing it up for bigger things. But when they just reverse you like this, I don't know.
Apparently, Neutron which is on the Atom chain, launched. A couple of people are saying that, and it got listed on Binance. So Crypto Nothing said that, and 𝗕𝗓𝗕𝗏𝗃 said that too.
Okay. Lido. So these are the areas we're watching Lido. Right now, it has this little rejection, 50-day MA coming into play here. Support to watch. I love this area again for a little visit. Love to see that down here, 1.5, that sort of area, and then a push higher. So a little bit more patience here with Lido. This is the 8-hour. And then you can always track the trend. So again, no rush here. You can also wait. If things turn bullish, you can wait for that whole situation. You don't have to jump into anything yet. Phantom. Shall we do Phantom? Is this the last few kicks of a dying horse for Phantom?
Yeah.
It's looking pretty sad.
Ooh. Holy cow.
Okay. Yeah. So Phantom has lost big support. This is 12-hour support. Okay. Lost the support. Now we're resisting, pushing back into it. So I would look out for this move, this double bottom move. Push lower, tied in with BTC dipping lower. And then maybe some action there, guys. So
yeah.
I mean, you don't want to be long here. Resistance, guys. Resistance is where the bears look for their moves. Support is where we normally look for longs. Yeah, so I'd like to see that. Just that little move down there. Let's see how that plays out. Next is S&P flirting with resistance. Yeah, it's trying to close. It's trying to close that gap. It's okay, dude. Says Sol dumping. Sol. Yeah, still on support. Let's keep watching.
Yeah.
Look at. Remember, guys, when these alts start falling, you want to look at dominance as well. If this dominance is dropping, then you know these alts might be okay. Let's look at BTC. BTC holding, but we don't want to see BTC holding and dominance pumping. Then we know they're dumping the alt. They're going back.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep our eyes on it. We'll keep our eyes on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Eric wants to short FTM to 0. I mean, that's not the worst idea, Eric. I quite like that.
I like that too.
FTM is also just hanging like, I mean, I know there's like fundamentally there's issues there, but then I saw something like T-shares today was up 180%, and I think that's an FTM project. I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but I just heard fundamentally there's issues with Phantom. Let's just zoom out. Look at this thing. There are some levels to pay attention to here. 0.1654 is another area. 0.1654 and then 0.153. But then after that, guys, wow. Jeez, I'm bullish on Phantom.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, at 5 cents, we're going long. We're long Phantom at 5 cents.
I like it. I like the strat.
I mean, we're laughing now, guys. Remember, this will be on the internet forever. We could always come back to this video where we laughed about.
See how genius we were.
Yeah, this is okay. There we go. There's a nice long, guys. We're gonna long Phantom at 5 cents, back to old support. 193% move.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's insane.
So Phantom and BNB. I mean, let's actually just draw some attention to BNB. There hasn't been much news here on BNB lately, and it's looking horrific. And it looks the same as Phantom.
Leaky. It's terrible. Wow.
Guys, this is this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt down here. I'm a buyer. Let's buy BNB. We're buying BNB at 48. Okay, we'll buy it back down there at support. I mean, geez, it's possible. I remember this pump. It was one of my first like mega trades that really like, I mean, look at this move. I actually couldn't believe what I was seeing, the way this thing pumped. 635% there. What is that? 200% there. I mean, yes, that was one of the first mega trades, and on big leverage. Crazy, this thing, and it can do the same coming back down very quickly. So guys, this is cool. BNB. I mean, it's printed a new low as well. They really are trying to flirt with us here. Look at this thing. Okay, so this 201, guys. Start losing that, it's going to creak like an old pirate ship. Then you're starting to look here. 188, 85. Ooh. Look at that rejection of the 50-day MA and horizontal there. Whoever got that? Wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Guys, this 50-day MA, these alts are just loving it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at theta for Thomas.
Okay.
What else you got there, Dave? Are you very quiet there? Are you trading?
Man, I regret not calling the loom short right now.
Yeah,
because it was staring at us in the face. I even set the alert with you guys around 20 cents. I hate this.
But that's when you must tell us. You must shout.
I know, but then it goes higher, and then it's like I was wrong. It's just one of those deals.
Yep, here it comes. You're right.
Harry called $30 Phantom live on the Banter Show last bull run. Bro, crypto or nothing. We were so bullish on Phantom. I mean, we thought it was going to 10. I mean, we've told the story so many times, but we were trying to long Phantom. I think we were at $3, pulling some longs to get Phantom to 10. I mean, it was ridiculous. But we did have a good laugh. Crypto or nothing sold from 250 to 8. That was also nice.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed that. Okay, cool. Fetch. Yeah, let's look at Fetch, Evan, as well. That's a good one. Injective still holding. AVAX still holding. Oh, Maker, guys. I wanted to show you Maker. I didn't take you through this. Maker is an interesting zone here, but if we just track this trend lower, look at this. got this 50-day, we got this rising trend here. Could be nice. So just be patient on Maker. Little order block. Might all be coming together here for Maker at 1280. So keep your eyes on that. Here's Fetch. So this is kind of one of the scenarios I was looking at for Fetch and a lot of these coins. I want to see the second visit to these areas. I was hoping obviously for this to happen by Thursday. So let's see how we go, but I am looking for this move, little fake out down, and then potentially some buys, hopefully tying in with that BTC move. If not, BTC goes lower, well, then these alts, guys, these alts are going to end up going lower, especially if the dominance starts moving up. So again, BTC dumping with dominance moving down, these alts should be okay. BTC dumping with dominance moving up, well, then we're looking at next level. So Fetch, we're looking at 0.185. But right now, this is support country 0.204. It's not a bad zone. I don't mind that area. Okay, can one of you guys do Nia? Beth says she's got an FTM bag and she's praying. Yeah, guys, FTM, ADA, we've done round trips, haven't we? Okay. Can one of you guys take Nia for us?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up your who wants to do it here. Whose chart am I bringing up? Is Dave still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Well, David.
LCX apparently. Dustin,
Yikes.
I don't even know what LCX is.
Yeah, Near is not looking too great.
No.
But
Wow.
It looks like
isn't the conference supposed to be this month, October?
Jeez.
Yikes. That's not pretty.
I thought I heard the conference is supposed to be this month or something like that.
I guess it didn't go well.
Yeah, apparently it didn't go well. Guys, I'm looking at the LCX. Dustin in the chat said LCX. Dustin, just tell us what this LCX thing is. Sorry, Dave, as you were.
No, you're good, man.
Pull this thing up now.
Jeez.
I mean, there might be a small recovery on Near right now if you are long. I would say a resistance area is going to be around this order block at 109, 108, 109, this trend line, 786. It's all kind of tying in right here, which would also probably be a good short opportunity. Might see some new lows on Near, but it doesn't make sense if the conference is to be this month. Maybe we're going to start seeing that upside move. Anybody have clarification on when that event is? On what date it is?
Thomas says November.
November.
I don't know exactly when, yeah.
The last time it hit this low was December 2020.
Yeah, and I even had an alert here. I don't know why it didn't go off. It should have went off at 1.01, which is a good support region, but I'm not sure if... Yeah, there's no order block there, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it has this little trend that's forming. If it breaks the trend, get out. If you guys want to long this right now into the conference, I mean, it might not be a bad play. But again, it comes down to what Bitcoin is doing here. So,
Yeah.
Bear country is right here. And if you're gonna long right now, it's just hopefully it holds the trend and hits these actual order blocks that are appearing on the 4-hour, which would be 12% move. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Some of these alts, I'm going through them now. Somebody asked for Peter as well. Wow. It's also at
just sad.
Levels, guys. I mean, really, they need a pull finger here. Or these alts are ripping lower. That's the bottom line. These alts are going to find new levels we didn't think we were going to get. Okay, so I've got Matic, I've got Peter. Rodolfo was kind enough to give us a list there. Can you do, Dave or Bruce, can you do Doge? Can you do Tao? And
Tao?
somebody, yeah, TAO.
It's a spot token.
Yeah. You want to do it? I'll do Doge.
Yeah, just give me a second to chart it up.
Bruce, give us some Doge there. I'm pulling up some of these others, guys. Okay, so I mean, we're seeing this picture all over the place. A lot of these alts are at last sort of levels that we haven't seen in ages. Look at this theta. 18th of August, it was down here on that dump. We've done a full visit to this area, and this level down here that I've added ages ago is now starting to look very interesting. The 0.4. So best theta starts bouncing with some of these altcoins. We want to ride this range up here. Let's see. Okay, so that's what we're kind of looking for on theta. Let's zoom in for you a little bit here. These lows at 0.58. That's what you want to hold. You've got to see this area hold, guys. Okay, nice little double bottom on that move. That was nice. So that would be a nice one to see. We want to see that little double bottom. Maybe we get that push. So 0.58, guys. That's support to watch for theta. Matic, I've also got a chart for you guys. Losing the 786 slowly, just also been bleeding out the last couple of days. Not happy. Not happy. It's not holding like Injective was holding, Link, Sol, some of these others that were actually like the guys were holding them up. Matic is just leading out. One of our Jana actually had a great short on Matic. She sent us that setup. Yeah, so she must be killing it now. What's the target for Matic? Well, 0.5. If this area doesn't hold, you can see we're printing a new low here. So you've got to keep your eyes on this. Let's see what happens up here. Look for that resistance play. So we lose that. Could be coming down here, 0.5. This is the Matic 12 hour. And then LCX. Dustin, what is this thing, bro? Never heard of this. Coinbase, LCX. Spot, there are perps. No, there's no perps on it. It seems to be a spot token. Okay. So yeah, it's pumping. Don't know where to trade it though. Goldie, we did do Casper earlier. Luba says Matic's going to 0.3s. Are we gonna feel the burn, Luba? But she's laughing as well at the same time. Let's see how deep this is gonna go here.
Yeah.
There it is, Luba. 0.3. Oh yes. Okay. Matic, BNB, FTM, ADA. Guys, we could be in a couple of weeks talking about longing these things from these levels.
Yeah, I've got Tau ready whenever.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, first of all, I hear a lot of great things about Tau. It's kind of the AI narrative that's very, very low market cap. I've even had some analysts tell me it's on the bull run that's going to be $1,000 token. So, but that's long term. Short term, you can see here there's a wick on the 21st of May, and it's holding this nice little uptrend. It's tying in with an order block that's showing on the 12 hour. So this is higher time frame. So this actually looks like an amazing buy. You cannot leverage this token, just like GFAL, PYR, some of these tokens we do talk about. This is a amazing spot buy in my opinion. When it comes to the decision here, you can see it's coming to a point where it's going to need to make the decision to go up or down. I'm leaning like 75% towards the upside. Also, I've noticed every time Bitcoin dumps, I look at this token. It's been on my watch list. It's not really affected. And it's been ranging between $40 and like $80. So probably gonna have this breakout here. You can see an order block sitting between $60 and $63, which would be a nice take profit. Maybe sell 30-year bag on spot right here. If it retraces down, 52, 54, then get more tokens, use what you sold to get more. But if it decides to continue to climb, I think a reaction area is going to be right here at the sniper zone. How did I get this level? Basically drew a fib from the top to the very bottom, And science likes to show itself here in the charts. There's probably going to be some kind of a reaction, right? Even though there's no order block, probably be reacting, right? And that kind of ties in right here. You can see some of these wicks here. When you guys draw these fibs, pay attention. You can see, there's a wick here, a wick here, a wick here, a wick here. It might not even reach the 618. So maybe even set an alert here at 73.22, or even set your another 1/3 of your bag, right here. So short area, but essentially sell area. And then ultimately, if we could reach this here, this is definitely a good selling opportunity. So from where we're at right now, that's an 82% move, basically almost 2x your bag just on spot. So good token to trade, in my opinion, for spot. And yeah, that's kind of my thoughts.
I got Simon harassing us from the chats about an absolute shitcoin, shitcoin called 1inch.
Yeah,
1inch.
Simon, what do you want
around?
I mean, okay, so he obviously seen something there and he's trying to tell us. So okay,
I've got Doge, by the way, whenever you're ready.
Thanks, Bruce. So Simon, it's dropping onto support that I can see. This is the 4 hour. I pulled up the Lux Algo. It looks like it's moving into the cloud. Let's see what we have. Order blocks. You can see we've got an order block lower down at 0.23. So that's what I've got for. I've got bounce zone coming for 1inch potentially, Simon. I'd say over there. Let's see what we get out of that. Let us know why you are so interested in 1inch, please. Lost the 618, so just let us know in the chats there. He wants to see if it's going to burn. Okay. Not yet. They're keeping it up. Remember last time everything was dumping, they were holding 1inch up. Maybe they still had enough money to keep it up. Okay, let's see. Bruce, give us some Doge, please. I'm sure there's a lot of questions on Doge.
Yeah, really interesting, actually. So I'm on daily to try and find out sort of where in the world this thing is sitting. And immediately you can see that it usually finds a lot of support right in this area, right there. But since back in June of 22, anytime it wicks into this block right over here, it immediately retreats right there, right there, right there, which means that there's a lot of long orders probably sitting right here. So it's trying to find out. It's coming back down in that area right now. It lost its support, like a couple tokens that we looked at, and it's coming down into this area. It closed there and it's up printing another candle. It's hard to see, but here's what I saw: that when I pulled up the cloud on the daily from Lux Algo, that's where it reacts strongly, right? When it hits that cloud, it bangs. Hits that cloud, it recovers. So shorts coming down, pushing it down. Down here, there's finding whatever liquidity needs to push back up. So my wild guess on this is it's probably going to do the same thing right here. It's guesswork just on history, but what I'm looking at is that this might come down right into that cloud there before we retreating back up.
Nice.
I wouldn't long or short it right now, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a mixed bag out there at the moment, hey guys.
Yeah, it's trippy. I tried looking at this on the shorter time frame, and it didn't look any different.
Yeah,
it just looks like this is going to come down.
It's tricky out there, guys. It's either small positions, or it's no trade while we wait for CPI stuff. Okay, I want to put this GFAL situation. We've got this unlock coming. Let's get some perspective as to what's happening here. So we had that nice break out of resistance. That was cool. Then we had the nice retest. I mean, yeah, this is the stuff we love. Break, retest, go. Yeah, very tight range here. Rodolfo, 17% coming into the market. I would say potential sell pressure, guys. But it is public knowledge, so a lot of people should know about it already. I would say maybe pumps off for selling in the next couple of days. So any moves up, you could look for either exiting your positions in anticipation for this possible move lower. 17%, that's quite a big number of tokens. So yeah, maybe some downside, maybe a percentage of those people will offload because they've obviously done really well. This token's been pumping. So that I'm assuming these are seed investors or people from early days. So, you know, they would have 100x'd yeah or something, and I'm sure they'd look to offload a portion. So just keep that in the back of your minds when you're playing with this GFAL. Dave says shot for the Doge update. XRD waking up. BNX. Let's do Ocean and BNX, guys.
Sure.
Bruce, can you do Ocean there for us?
You bet. Glad to do it.
I mean, I don't even know what some of these things are.
Elise is going to be very happy with me because I'm doing Ocean.
Okay, so there's something going on with BNX. Something's happening here. We've got a sharp uptrend to look at. Okay, so we got that. Let's look at some support. Decent fib tie in here. Resistance.
Wow.
I like Ocean. Ocean's a fun one when the market turns. Ocean's nice to trade, guys. AI tokens, Fetch, Ocean, GRT, AGIX. I think Dave mentioned TAO, TAO, right? Nice to have in the bag, but I remember Ocean moved. Wow, I think it moved. Render. Okay, so BNX. I don't know what the deal is here, but support 0.24. Look for this area to hold the support. Resistance, guys. This is big resistance. You can see this big rejection here, and they sold it straight back in. Okay. So that's big, 0.256. That's a resistance zone to look out for. And that's all I've got there on this guy. Support 236, 237, 238, resistance 256. Okay, Wild's asking for a render. We did cover a render earlier. Bruce, can you give us this Ocean?
Absolutely. Just finished. So, yeah, it's interesting. Very much like Doge in that this had held this really strong area and support right there. This is on the daily, by the way. Lost its support a couple times. Boom, boom, boom. And sure enough, when you bring up the Luxel cloud, it reacted right off that. Right? Every time you hit the cloud, a lot of liquidity down here, pushed it back up. Liquidity down here, pushed it back up. I'm expecting that there is a strong support level right there. So my best guess on this, let me get rid of that cloud so you can see better. And best guess right now is that we can expect for price to continue down through here. Hit all this liquidity down here is kind of a little bit of a trend line at the bottom of those spikes. It might be a great place for a long right from there. There seems to be a lot of liquidity and a lot of support. Stochastic RSI on the high time frame is bottom dwelling, way oversold. So that could be interesting, although in my mind quite risky, but kind of cool.
Okay. A little bit lower. Okay, guys, we've got to wrap this up. I see we have run over time here. Just to summarize everything quickly where we are, I'm seeing dominance pumping. Okay, dominance is turning green here into the 200-week. It's not what we want to see for altcoins. Okay, BTC flat heading down, not a good look. Okay, so BTC coming down and dominance pumping, not a good look for altcoins. 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗃 has lost trend. Okay, so this in theory would have been super exciting for us. 𝗕𝗃's lost trend. We've got the S&P pumping again, about to close this gap, so that market's looking amazing. We've got gold starting to turn green again, pushing into this resistance zone, but they're not giving us anything on BTC right now. So guys, we need to just be patient here, BTC. Be very careful with how you're playing things. I'd really stick to small positions here if you want to be in positions. Tight stops. Manage your risk here, guys. This dominance is not a good look for these altcoins right now. We really want to see this dominance reverse, and until we get that nice move, these alts are going to continue to feel pain. So you're either looking for shorts at any green moves. Again, you know my areas that I like for shorts. We're not hitting it yet. We saw one of the traders earlier, they opened a short here at the 200-day MA on render, so that should be okay. Let's see how that plays out. But guys, really, eyes on BTC dominance, eyes on BTC level. I'm watching here, this 27 region I'm watching. I'm looking for a fake out lower potentially as well. That might give us that move we want. So here, guys, eyes on that. We need to sign off here. Let's get our thing. Final words here, Bruce and Dave. Any plans for the next 24 hours?
Just be careful. I'll post all these charts on Discord, but I'd be really careful right now. This is strange times.
Yeah, I'm cautious. I think everybody should be cautious. No trade's a good trade. Wait for the reaction and trade the reaction. That's what I'm going to do.
Guys, be safe out there. Yeah, CPI Thursday. Let's just watch things closely here. Just be careful out there. Later.
Thanks, everybody. Peace.